So, welcome to day 8, practicing movement. I thought I'd start us off with a little bit of music. Didn't think it all the way through, y'all. um, so, that was the point of today being a little different because it's about movement, but it's not about so much about movement and exercise as it is of how our brains and our bodies communicate and how they can be disconnected. And we're also talking about intentional movement. That can be deliberate movement of our bodies or deliberate movement of actions, of plans, of things we want to do. So that's what we mean when we say practicing movement. We're practicing intentional movement. So this eighth day of the 12 days of master classes is presented by Talk to Trisha. And you see my hat? I love this hat. I am your presenter, Jan Trisha Coleman. I swiped this for my daughter. I was wearing it yesterday. I love it. I'll probably wear it for like another week and probably wear it wherever I go. And that gives me a reason to make my face up all pretty. Don't have any makeup on. I have a little lip gloss. But that's about it. Today's discussion, we're defining movement, benefits of movement, understanding movement, practicing movement, and movement exercises. And businesses with movements, of course, you could have a yoga studio, you could have a dance studio, you could be a trainer. There's all types of businesses you can have that involve movement. They even have movement coaches. So that's something, if you're interested, you can look into. So what is intentional movement? So movement is effort, time, and flow. Intentional movement is moving your body to improve your life. And interoception. So interoception is how your body and your brain communicate, how they're connected. Interoception, I know I was going to say exception, is how you feel. So realizing, oh, I'm hungry right now. Realizing I feel tension right now. Realizing, I have a certain pain. That's what interoception is. Like, lost my breath. I'm breathless. Your ability to be aware of that. It has a word, and it's another sense. So we talk about our five senses all the time. There are other senses, and interoception is one of them. So this video, if you type on YouTube Mental Health Monday Intentional Movement, she actually goes through some physical exercises, not like jumping jacks or stretches or anything, but things you can do to start your day, intentionally move, get your mind and your body connected. So I have to move my face around so I can read this. Grounding, this is part of what she says in the video. Grounding is keeping ourselves in the present, in the here and now, instead of worrying about the past or about the future. And one of the ways that we do that is being rooted in our body. So the exercises that she shows is how you can become rooted in your body. And if we have time, I will actually pull this video up and we'll just watch it together. I think that'll be something different that I haven't done the last couple of days. So movement in your body creates movement in your life. How do people benefit from intentional movement? Because you're moving. No matter if you're aware of it or not, you're moving involuntarily. Sometimes you move when you shouldn't move. Sometimes you sit too long. I have that problem, sitting too long, and then you're like, oh, my legs have fell asleep. Oh, or oh, I can't think anymore, because your body and your brain are supposed to communicate. Like, your brain doesn't make you move. Like, contrary to popular belief, your brain and your body communicates. And then you can increase and improve your day to day and your lifestyle as a whole by increasing your movement awareness. So, by being aware of your body movements, you can increase your intelligence, alter your mood on demand, and improve your communication to others. So, the benefits, some more, you think clearly, you can understand and solve complex problems when uh, you're aware of your body's movements, more happiness, less stress, improve your presentation, how you respond to others when you're aware of what you're communicating, what your nonverbal, body language is saying. And it just helps you move in the right direction overall. So practicing movement, but again, before we can practice, we must first understand. So I think it's going to be my thing. It's like before we practice, we must first understand. Your body adjusts to meet the demands of the movement. Yet, most of the time, we have no idea what our body is doing or what micro messages it is communicating to us and to others. So, the way you think is affected by your body. Elements of movement, and this is some, and these are the ones that were consistent in research and just living life. So, space. You could say that in dance, you could say that in art, you could say it just in public speaking. The use of your space. What I'm saying for intentional movement is how you command your space. Whether you're giving a presentation or you're speaking to somebody one-on-one, that's an element of your movement. Time, mannerisms. When I say mannerisms, that's the intentional way you move, the intentional way you behave, the intentional way you do something. Gestures. Do you use your hands? Do you, move your foot? Um, do you tap your foot? Do you, that goes into energy as well. You have positive energy, negative energy that you, that's a part of your movement. Posture, your poses. We've all should have by now heard of power poses, but even like how you can pose or you can have a posture that makes you tired, that makes you appear to look weak, that appears to make you look lazy, that appears to make you look like you're not moving, even if you are. Or you can stand or pose in a way that makes you look like you're in movement. And then, of course, energy, force. In this case, and when you're talking about movement, they're interchangeable. So interception, I talked about that a little bit earlier, a couple of minutes ago. So we have some examples. Thirst, temperature. I'm hot, I'm cold, I'm thirsty, I'm itching, I'm hungry, I'm in pain. How you feel is interoception. I'm going to say it correctly. So our question for this masterclass: are you aware of the messages your body communicates to you and others? So on our Instagram, our Facebook page, or on our Twitter, comment. Let us know. And then what ways are you? I'm going to add a question because the answer is probably no. I know for me, the answer is sometimes. Sometimes I'm fully aware of what my body's communicating to me. I buck against it a lot. I'm learning, and in this year in 2020, yay, we're in 2020, I'm learning to listen to the messages my body says. Because as soon as I'm faced with a decision, as soon as it's time to do something, I get a message. And then I'm like, but I still want to do this, even though my body, like I've shared over the last 7 days, is anytime I'm stressed out, anytime I have tension, anytime I'm sick, it manifests in my body first. Like I'll get a headache. I get my muscles right here tense up. I've gotten so stressed where I couldn't move my neck. So I gotten so distraught and stressed out that my stomach hurt. And the only way to make it stop hurting was to like just stop doing what I was doing, separate myself, get as far away as I could. So that's what I mean by, are you aware? Even little micro messages, like, you know, some people might say it's intuition, but your body will say, get up right now. And there are some cases where people have gotten up and then something falls, or they've gotten up and they've left out and then something traumatic happened. Like somebody started fighting or shooting or hurting somebody. Like you said, oh, if I hadn't have been in that place, I wouldn't have saw that. Or if I had been there, I would have, gotten hurt, or possibly I would be dead too. So it can't sometimes be that extreme, but just your overall well-being and wellness. You have to pay attention to what your body communicates. And then, like, I have had conversations where people say, I don't know why I have such problems, like on my job or in relationships. And not knowing that even though they're not saying a word, their body or their face, their expressions, their gestures, their tone, however, all that's packaged up, communicates something. And it may be off-putting to people. So just developing that awareness um, could do so much for your happiness, for your overall well-being. Like you might come across as a know-it-all, or come across as stuck up, come across as you're better than someone, even though you don't feel or think that way. Your body may be communicating that, or I just don't want to be here, even though you may not genuinely be thinking that. Most time we are, but you might not be thinking that, but that's how your body communicates. So 7 movement tips. Set reminders. So set a reminder 1 minute per hour to get up, move. Work out before lunch, like, bring your lunch or make plans to, have your lunch ready before you take your lunch, and like work out 25 minutes, change your clothes, eat, or however you want to do it. And make sure you start incorporating some type of physical activity during your lunch break. Or if you have a break, or you have a type of job where you can just walk around whenever you want to, you can do that then. Like I served at a park, and we were able at times to just take a walk. And it was also so we could see what was going on, but also it helped you physically. Shoulder roll. Like I told you, I carry tension in my shoulder. So sometimes I'm sitting, I'm watching my YouTube videos like I do to unwind, and part of my self-care, I'll just roll my shoulders. Ooh, that felt good. 3 3-minute exercise breaks. So 3 times a day, take 3 minutes to move. Uh, Move all day, like however you need to incorporate movement throughout your day. If it's, you know, uh, put your music on and, stand up at your desk and walk from side to side, or, do a little two-step, whatever you need to do. And that's also stand up. So instead of sitting at your desk all day, get you a stand up desk, or just stand up and do stuff. And then physical therapy, I included this as a tip because like some of us, especially as you get older, we get aches and pains, and our movement gets hindered. We don't have the same spry that we used to have when we were younger. And most physical therapy sessions include like a workout. Like they intentionally make you move during your physical therapy to help with your agility and help you recover. And so that's included because you can count that like as a doctor's appointment. And so that's something where you can um, take off time from work and you can and go to your physical therapy. And like if you have that type of job or that type of lifestyle where it's just hard for you to get to the gym, or it's hard for you to carve out time after work to work out, that's another way that you can get movement in. Some other movement practices: take the route less traveled. So and that's even with how you go about approaching a an assignment that you're doing. So it's not so much as physically; it could also mean how you approach your work mentally as well. But like parking at the back of the grocery store and walking, parking at the as far away from the building as you can when you go to work, so you can walk. Uh, just doing things that don't necessarily save you time, like taking the stairs. Doesn't save you time, but it gets you moving. And movement helps your mood. It helps you feel good. It helps you, get your blood pumping. It helps you get chores done. So when you're washing dishes, vacuuming, picking up stuff off the floor, that is movement. And so you get your exercise in and you tidy up, especially if you've been putting it off. Like that, you can incorporate that. Say, okay, can't get to the gym, but I can clean the living room, or I can clean the kitchen, I can clean the bathroom. You getting down, cleaning the tub. That's movement. Then don't hide your workout equipment. So like we roll up our yoga mats when we're done and we set it up or put it in the closet. We put our weights up, when we're done with them. And so you don't want to have to dig it out or find it or have somebody move it, then you can't find it. That makes you demotivated and you don't want to work out or move or do anything. But if you have your yoga mat in front of the TV, you have your weights beside your desk, and everybody knows that's where it is, leave it there, then you can incorporate doing some yoga poses when you get home from work, or while you're on a phone call, you can put them on speaker, and and you can just do your weights. I wish I had pulled. I'm looking right at some weights right now. I should have pulled those out so I could do that. Challenge your friends. That's a way to get moving. So we are fortunate and unfortunate to have social media. I always tell people social media is great if you use it responsibly. You use it to help people. Social media is a gift. And so even if you have friends you haven't met, or you got friends that you hang out with or you want to hang out with more, you could do a challenge like, hey guys, let's like everybody do a live of you doing this exercise. Okay, everybody, like we're gonna meet and we're gonna do yoga this day. And every day for this whole month, we're gonna do something. Or once a week, we're gonna do this at this certain time. Or like this is the checklist. And so as you check it off, whoever does it, and you have to have documented proof, because anybody can say, oh yeah, I did some squats, I did this, I did that. They can always say that, but document your proof that you did it. Like, I need some pictures, I need some video, I need something that and like they get a prize, or you take them out to lunch or something where they get rewarded. Because I think especially now is beginning of the year, everybody wants to get healthy. Some movement exercises. So you could do scavenger hunts, especially if you have little ones like I do. I'm moving all the time because of them. They're like, mommy, I want this. Mommy, I want that. Let's do this. Can you change this? Can you do that? So, but if you want, you can hide certain stuff or do certain movements. You can even incorporate, because our kids are all tech savvy. I think they are born with iPads. And you can say like, okay, do 20 jumping jacks. And I want a video of the 20 jumping jacks, or however you want to do it, and get them involved. Treat your feet while you're brushing your teeth. That's how that's so cute. So while you're brushing your teeth, move your feet around. We got 33 joints in our feet. Move them around, get the blood circulating. If you like me, if you don't move your feet or your legs when you wake up in the morning, I have no circulation. So I have to start. I had to start moving before I actually lay down, and then when I wake up, I have to stretch. Yeah. Incorporate the Pomodoro technique. So that's like where you block off 25 minutes of time, and then you incorporate a short break in between those 25 minutes. So 25 minutes you devote to a task, and then, like, say it's a 3-minute break. That 3 minutes you want to move, you want to get up, you want to do something active with your body. So that also helps with your time management that we talked about yesterday. And it talks about movement, which is today's masterclass. Squat instead of bending. I had to start doing this. Like, you drop something or you need to get something out the file cabinet, instead of bending over to pick it up or open it, you squat, because that's movement. And squatting, especially if you have to lift something, it's better to squat and pick it up than bending. It's far better on your back. Gamify it. Make everything fun. Make a game out of it. Like, you have certain levels, or you have certain tasks you have to do. And to win this game, throughout this today, I have to do these 5 tasks that help me move. Just make it fun. Skip the pavement. Walk through the grass, and walk through, something that's not a regular sidewalk. Putting your shoes on, standing on one leg. I thought that was neat. I was like, I'm gonna start doing that, because that helps with your balance. And we all know, as you get older, your balance goes way off. So we have to start doing things, small things. And the more you do it, the better your body is for it. So I have these watercolors because movement increases your creativity. It's the juices flowing. Um, and when you're painting, you're drawing, you're doing creative things, that's movement as well. And it helps your brain, it helps your body, and it also helps them connect. And so creativity is actually day 9. So I wanted to try to connect the days. And I saw that and I was like, I was reading an article and it was like, yeah, movement sparks your creativity, your creative side. It opens your brain. And I was like, I'm gonna put that in there. So if you can't see it, you can't change it. So if you that this self-explanatory. I don't know what else to add to it. I'm not gonna try to be deep. I'm just gonna let it sit. And so our food for thought: if you know what you're doing, you can do what you want. Now it's tied to the previous slide, but that's still good stuff. I'm gonna play the video. Now, it's not exciting, but I'm still gonna play it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop sharing this. Hi. And let me see if I can do this. Okay. Oh, I can't type YouTube. If it keeps running slow, then I just won't do it. I'll let y'all watch it on your own time. But I think it's like a 4-minute video, and I think it'd be neat just to watch it together, do something different. My computer is running super duper slow. I should have had it up already, truthfully. Let me see if I close some stuff and close my slides. Maybe that'll help. All right. Well, okay. As soon as I about to give up, it's starting to pull up. Mental health. Oh, okay. There's a lot of Mental Health Monday videos. Okay, let's do this. I'm trying to freestyle. Okay, so it's slide 5. Intentional movement. I can't believe I can remember that. I could not remember that to save my life. I was like, I know it's Mental Health Monday something. Uh, intentional. Here we go. So all the way back to the beginning. Pause. All right, now I need to share my screen again. Right, share. I'm back. And play. Let's see. There we go. Y'all hear this? Okay. So I am back. So I don't know, how did y'all feel about that? Like, let me know. It's called grounding. So that's something you can incorporate in your everyday and get your brain and your body connected. And so that's all I have for today's masterclass. And I hope I see y'all again for day 9. Bye.